Talk a little sports. Deion Sanders is being called anti-black for taking another coaching job at Colorado. Um, I've always been on the side that black people, specifically people in leadership or people who have dreams and goals, you should always have a plan for your next move. You don't have to say it, but you should always be thinking years ahead of time. You should always work a situation or have an opportunity for a specific result. Meaning, if you're going to have a job, right? A lot of people, I work at a job that has a daycare on campus. Many women and parents, but specifically women, work this job because their daycare is on campus. I don't have to worry about my child being somewhere else. It's a little cheaper than other daycare. If something happens, the commute is easier because I don't have to go out of the way to pick up my child. I can just pick up my child on campus and then go home. Some people work jobs for MARTA passes, which is a train pass, or MTA pass. I know people live in New York City and stuff like that. Some people work jobs. Oh, I just need insurance for a couple of years. I'm about to get married, or my children are sick, or they offer the best benefits for retirement. Or honestly, some people work jobs. Look, I also have a job outside of campus, so I need to work a job where I can put money on the books because my entrepreneur jobs or I'm is up and down or whatever the situation is. It's hard to get a loan with inconsistent income. So I consistently say, oh, I make $100,000 a year, I can get a house, or $70,000 a year, I can get a house. So there's a reason you take certain opportunities and jobs for a specific reason. And then you say, well, the next opportunity, I have to do this and that. Deion Sanders is no different than the next person. I'm confused on he had a job, he excelled at that job, and got an opportunity to excel at another job. Like, why do black people have to take a pay cut just to stay, oh, I'm black, I represent blackness? It's ridiculous. And because there's other black coaches in non-black schools that are doing great. The head coach of the North Carolina men's basketball team is a black man. He's doing great. Uh, Patrick Ewing sat out in the NBA for years, was begging for a job. Asked the Knicks to hire him. The Knicks was a freaking crap show. Coaching carousel. They kept saying no. You know what he said? I'm going to Georgetown. Now they're struggling, but they won the Big East tournament like 2 years ago. Juwan Howard's doing great. Anthony Penny Hardaway was doing great. So Hugh Jackson coaches Grambling State. So it's like it's weird how people say, "Oh, well, he should have took that job because he's not representing HBU." You can still represent HBU, and all the things he said was true. All the things he said is true. That black people should have more options to just go into these big schools. They should have no reason why we should all just go to these big schools. They can still go to HBCUs. What's the difference? You should always want to see black people excel in any space, whether it's a black space, white space, whatever the situation is. Why should he only make $300,000 or whatever he's making and say, well, you represent black people? That man got a mortgage. That man got kids. He got a wife, a girlfriend, whatever. He got freaking things that happen. I got to pay these bills. Ain't nobody giving Deion Sanders no extra money just to sit on a freaking couch. Ain't nobody giving you nothing. You have to go work, make money. So if I have to go make money as another job, yes, I fulfilled my contract with this position. I excelled. Let me use that momentum to get another opportunity. Because we do not do these with white coaches, bro. The freaking Carolina Panthers fired a man, and they still owed him $48 million. That man got another job 2 weeks ago. Ain't nobody saying, well, he's not being loyal to the white people because he could stay in Carolina. And what? That's never been a conversation. Nick Saban told the Miami Dolphins, hey, I want this job. I'm still going to be here. And had a freaking U-Haul truck in his freaking backyard the next day. And said, oh, yeah, I'm leaving. No one protested. We were making jokes. But no one said you can't stay. You can't do that. You're not being loyal. They said, Nick, kick rocks. Goodbye. We don't care. I just don't understand. We as black people have to play the game. We have to use a job. They using us. Why in the world do we have to sit at a place oh, well, you can make $10 an hour, but you work with just black people, so that's great. Oh, you represent black people, so that's wonderful. What? I can go somewhere else and make more money. I can go somewhere else and have a better opportunity. There's people that literally just use the job or opportunity, because it doesn't have to be a job. It could be an opportunity. Deion Sanders is no different. There's coaches that literally coach for 1 year, coach for 2 years, next opportunity, let me coach for 3 years here, and they think in years in advance. I want to do this. I want to become a coach. I want to become a GM. I want to become a president. Deion Sanders is not going to be a coach forever. Trust and believe. He is more really a recruiter. To me, his motivational speaker, his brotherhood, his manhood, his relationships with men, specifically black boys in the city, and these players in the league now and before, like, he can really do a great job when it comes to recruiting. So I don't see him as a coach forever. I think he's going to move into the recruiting, the GM, and president role, whether it's in an NFL organization or a college, or he could be a college president. You don't know, but trust and believe, his mind is not, I'm a coach forever. I'm going to coach Colorado for 10, 20 years. His mind is like, I'm going to do this. And I'll take the hit. I'll take the public backlash. But at the end of the day, you'll see my goal 20 years from now. Because if I tell you, you think I'm crazy. Oh, you're anti-black, you want to... let's say he want to coach Alabama. They're not going to let him coach Alabama. They can't even let him say that right now. Nick hotter than fish grease the last 10 years. So that he can't... What if he said, I want to coach LSU? They throw him under the bus. Oh, no, that's not anti-black. No. So, as black people, we have to keep our goals to ourselves. We have to keep our ambitions to ourselves. You have to just play the game. I'm going to take some scrutiny if you say I'm anti-black because I go to coach another school. Even though I'm enriching these brothers, I'm ensuring the school is left in a great opportunity. I have a great coaching staff. There's no scandals happening in the last couple of years at that school. You won't hear it. The man has done everything right. They got a new field. They got a new facility, new everything. And the man is being murdered on the freaking internet because he took another job. It's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy what we do to each other. This man has done nothing but leave a legacy for other coaches in and out of sports and in and out of HBCUs. Juwan Howard won a championship. He does not coach for HBCU. Georgetown. Patrick Ewing begged the NBA to get a man a job. They told him no, kick rocks. He won the Big East tournaments a couple of years ago for Georgetown. North Carolina coach, Roy Williams retired. He said, yo, if I'm retiring, this guy has to get the coach. Has to be the coach. Black man. Penny Hardaway. These black men. Hugh Jackson. These are black coaches in non-HBCU schools that are excelling. Hugh Jackson coaches for Grambling. Historic HBCU. Come on, man. We should be able to excel and go from job to job to job just like anyone else. Anyone else. It's no different than in your personal life. Let Deion Sanders grow. Let him be great. And let's see what happens. I think in 20 years or 10 years, he'll be a player recruit, and you go want your son over there. You go want your nephew over there. You go want your brother over there, your father over there, just learning under his leadership, tutelage, that knowledge that he has and wealth of relationships he has. He can go far, man. You just gotta let him do it. All right, peace.